Conor, a 3-2 defeat at home to Tariff on Saturday. Give us your thoughts on the game.
Disappointed, to be honest. Thought the first 20 minutes was very, very good. We absolutely peppered them and getting balls wide, getting balls in the box, and shots off and goal. Still a classic, you don't take a chance in this league, you get punished. Um, Very fortunate with our first goal. Straight in from a corner. I think City's done that 3 times now in the last 2 seasons, which is extremely rare. But then they took a wee bit of control, and I could smell it was coming. I said in half time, I was like, "It's been here before." You don't do what you're asked, then you'll get punished. We spent probably 10 minutes out of the 15 at half time talking about the number 10, who was causing us a lot of problems. 45 seconds after the restart, 4 of our players go for the one ball, and number 10's free, plays the ball down the line, and they go and score. Very, very frustrated. Pretty, pretty angry I was, to say the least. And it kind of sets a tone then for the rest of the half. Just didn't think we looked sharp. Didn't think we looked like we wanted it more than Turriff. We got back into it, but it's criminal when you don't go through 1-on-1 and score. You go through 1-on-1, and Troy's been excellent for us this season, but he's been through 1-on-1, and I don't know why he's went across the goal, and he's actually missed a target by 15 yards. I don't get that, because I'm very much about keep the ball low. Even if you go straight at the keeper, there's a chance of it going in. James misses him 6 yards. But it's the same. We're relying on Troy and James to score goals every single week. The rest of them need to pitch in. Alan scored 9. But out with that, I think the next is 3, if even. So the rest of them need to pull their fingers out and help them out. We don't score much from set pieces. So you can see why I'm a bit furious for that one, but 2-2, we get beaten behind by one long ball, which is another no for me. It just can't happen. End of the day, they deserve their win. They wanted it more. They worked harder than us. We need to get back to basics and not think that we're a team that's landed and a team that's a top 4 team, because we're not. We're not top 14. We're there. We're there because we worked hard and we wanted it. The last few games says otherwise.
So on Saturday, we're missing Greg, Harry, Josh, Struan, and Andy through injury. Can you give us an update on them?
None of them will be back anytime soon. So disappointing that you lose such experience in the team, especially in the back line. We've been absolutely solid this year, and we went and conceded 3 goals at home on Saturday. So, yeah, Harry's going to be out for quite a while. Hopefully Greg's only out for a few weeks. Josh is sort of ongoing issues with his knee. Who knows? We would like to think we can still maintain our position between now and the middle of January if we can, and if we can, then who knows? Because these guys will all be coming back fit again, and maybe put a good charge on. But you've seen that on Saturday. We lacked that leadership and experience that kind of killed us in the end.
So young Alfie Loban made his debut, coming off the bench and scoring. Is that a positive you can take from Saturday?
Yeah, I've seen him a few times. He's off the cuff, which I like. He's not one that tries to do the basics. He likes to run in behind. He likes to have a shot from wherever he's placed, and I love that, because that was me. And if you're young enough, you're old enough, we'll give the youth a chance. I think we've given 7 debuts this year to kids under age 8, 17, 18. We're sitting third. We were sitting third in the league at the weekend, and we had given 7 kids their debut. So it kind of shows that, yes, we're wanting to progress with experienced players, but Clark's been built on youth throughout this whole last 15 years that I've been in the league, and there he goes, and Saturday comes on and scores a goal, and I was absolutely gutted for him that we didn't get something out of the game, because he's had a few headlines, which is nice for him, but it would have been better for him if we had at least got a point out of the game and he secured that point. He'll train with us this week, and he'll be involved on Saturday, and he's there in merit. He scored 30 goals for 18, so we're needing goal scorers. Maybe he might be the answer to a lot of things throughout the season. between now and the end of the season. And yeah, if he shows a good attitude, then he'll continue to be with us.
Yeah. So next up is away to Lossiemouth on Saturday. What do you expect from the game?
It'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game. People said to me, "Oh, you're going to Lossiemouth and beat them." I was like, "Well, if you think that, then you're a bit deluded because there's a lot of teams go to Lossie and struggle and get beat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Potentially, Banks of D got beat there this year. Maybe I'm wrong. Something in my head tell me that. No easy place to go, especially this time of year and pitches are not so great and you can't play as fluent football as we would like. Um, it'd be a case of putting on players that actually want to win the game in the sense that they want to roll their sleeves up and battle for it. You win the first half with a team that, if we're on top, then we're pretty relentless. So we'll go down and go back to basics and try and get back to winning ways. So I think it's important to give the boys a wee buzz again, and the fans. We've had a few sticky games.
All right, thanks for your time, Connor.